All right, we're live. Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome to the afternoon session here, Stock Markets with Bruce, the last hour of the trading day and the first hour of the aftermarket. Welcome back for even more fun. Last hour of never a dull moment in the markets. Nice to see GameStop popping a little bit again here. The stock was kind of just, meandering around the 44 range most of the afternoon. Right now, 46.56, up almost $6 a share. Nice to see that happening. We'll see how this wants to perform between now and the bell. Only 15.5 million shares traded, but it's an update on 15.5 million shares traded. So that's all right. I'll take that. Hope for the best there. The Dow is up 137 points, which is nice to see because it was down 100 plus on the opening in the first few minutes, and it's nice to see the Dow gaining some momentum and basically towards the high of the day here. S&P is down 12, but NASDAQ is the loser today, down 228 points. Some of the bigger cap stocks are under pressure today. Buying opportunity if you're a long-term investor. If you're already in there, you just wait it out and let them just keep on making money. Interesting stuff. I don't know what the I'm not sure what the reasoning is for GameStop to make this move, except that this could be a follow-through from the fact that on Friday, at the end of the day, our friend Keith Gill, the DFV, mentioned he picked up 50,000 more shares to double his position in the stock, and he's sitting in front of Congress, able to give yes and no answers to questions. The only guy that could do that, saying, "Yeah, I'm buying it. I'm going to keep buying it. I like this company, and I'm happy to pick up this stock." So, yeah, nice to see that. What else is going on? Other stocks I'm following. The Starboard Valuation SPAC that I talked to you guys about today, the symbol is SVAC, Sam, Victor, Albert, Charlie, down 37 cents to 1078. That is a SPAC I like. They've made an interesting announcement today that they're merging with a firm that operates 60 data farms. These servers, huge. These are usually huge buildings in sort of light industrial neighborhoods that contain gazillions of servers. These are buildings that make an awful lot of money. There are 60 of them in this company. They're buying a company called, or merging with a company called Cyxtera, Cyxtera, Cyxtera. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Too many consonants, not enough vowels. Cyxtera Technologies. It's a $3.4 billion value deal. And you can buy into this SPAC right now, 1070, and it'll merge into these two companies will merge into one. And I have a feeling that listed on NASDAQ, I think they're going to do just fine, very well. The next one I like is Fortress Value. It's another SPAC that announced this morning, FAII. They announced a merger with a company called ATI Physical Therapy. Now, ATI Physical Therapy owns or operates 860 physical therapy centers across the U.S. They're the largest operator of these, and they're going past 900 locations. They're still building them. That now will become part of Fortress Value. They'll change their name on the New York Stock Exchange. They'll be known as ATI Physical Therapy. 650 million cash will be in the bank on this merger, and that will go towards deleveraging the balance sheet, putting this company in a real strong position to just start making money right off the get-go. So the shares, I think, will do rather well. Won't surprise me. Within fairly short order, there will be mutual funds buying this stock. Pension funds will buy this stock. Long-term hold medical provider that just is going to generate a whole bunch of cash. And so I like that deal. Gores Holdings, GHVI, another one of the stocks I've been talking about lately. I like this one. I've liked this one now for a few weeks. 22.32 today is the trading price right at this moment, down 214. So this is actually good news because this stock popped $5 on Friday when it came out that Josh Brown on Halftime Report said to the world, "I'm buying this stuff. I'm long. I like the story here." So if this can break 20, if this can come down to under 20, Pick it up. Right now, 22.27. The VGAC, that's the Virgin Group Acquisition Corporation, run by Richard Branson. That's going to become 23andMe upon its merger. That is at 13.10, only down 17 cents. It's recovered from its low of the day today, which was 12.52. So it has come back 60 odd cents today. That didn't last very long down there, and this under 15 is a buy, no question about it. By the way, Gores Holdings, which I talked about a minute ago, they're merging with a company called Matterport, a 3D imaging software company where you can now take your iPhone, walk through your house with your iPhone, follow the instructions on the app, and you can literally make a 3D model of your home on your iPhone and then on your computer, and you can put labels up and all kinds of stuff. You can also buy from this company the camera, a 3D type camera, and really go crazy if you're into the real estate business. If you're a realtor, you're going to want to have one of those. If you're in the renovation business, or if you're into the insurance company business, if you're looking to insure someone's home and contents, you're going to want to take the camera into the house and do the video of the entire house of all the possessions for insurance coverage, and then you have it in a 3D format. And you can highlight all the specific items like paintings and rare furniture or china or whatever you want to cover. This company is going to make a lot of money. This company is they're already in 150 countries. Matterport. They're going to become part of Gores Holdings, and 25 to $50 is where I thought the stock would go. Now I'm thinking, geez, with the hype on this thing, it might go beyond 50. So interesting deal there. GameStop, as I said, 46.02 right now on 15 odd million volume, I guess. 16.4 million now, and it's up still $5 on the day. See how it wants to perform. AMC has recovered a little bit today. Surprise, surprise. AMC was quiet all day, not looking great. Now it's up. What is it here? Up 73 cents to 6.43 on AMC. Near the high of the day. Bed Bath & Beyond is up 14 cents, was flatlining down a little. Now it's just up a tad. And then BlackBerry 10.79. It was up this morning, but it's down 11 cents now on the day. And not doing so much at this point in time. The cruise stocks continue to defy gravity. Even Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean came out with their financials today. Confirmed that they lost $9 billion. Confirmed that they are not going to make any money until next year. Confirmed the worst. They're up $8 a share, up $8.55 a share right now. It's about 10% gain today, trading now at 87.42. Defies all logic. They came out and said our bookings are strong. No kidding, Sherlock. You canceled 10 million passengers. These passengers, half of them took their money back. The other half took future cruise credits, and they've booked cruises going forward. Well, of course you're fully booked. Well, I mean, yeah, you're 10 million cruisers behind, at least 10 million. I don't even know the final number. It's now so high a number that I'm having trouble keeping up with it. It's just so bad. It's bad, and the stock is up. It's up. I tell you, that's what I'm doing, right? There's my expression. I don't know. Norwegian up $2.18 to $29, and Carnival up $2 to $26.59. Both again bleeding money like you can't believe. These three companies combined are burning $1.1 billion every 30 days. It's just poof. $1.1 billion every 30 days. Poof. Poof. Stocks are up. They're going to keep burning for March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. They're added up. Another 9-10 months. That's 11 billion more will disappear that they will have borrowed or sold stock to cover, and then they have to try to make money again. And the best year these guys have ever had. I mean, Royal Caribbean made a couple of $1 billion last year, but they lost $9 billion this year. So that's 4.5 years of profits that they've just. So they're going to need 4.5 years of record earnings to make back the year of losses. they're not going to have 4.5 years of record earnings, because when they start sailing again, they're going to be sailing with a lower occupancy rate. They're not going to be able to sail full up at 100% occupancy. They'll be lucky to be at 50, 60%. I don't know how they can recover. I don't know what these investors are thinking. I don't know who's buying this stuff. I don't know. I tell you, I don't know. Adam, how you doing? Thank you for the contribution. Unky Bruce, VGAC warrants are at 330 versus share price 1310. Seems like warrants are at a premium. It makes more sense to buy shares. Your thoughts? Yes. Buy the stock, don't buy the warrants. If you own warrants, sell them and buy stock instead with the money, because the stock is a one-for-one, switch into the next deal. The warrants are trading at a premium. There's no point in holding the warrants. There really isn't. I would not go there. Absolutely. Unbelievable. There you go. Colin D, 360 per day. That's right. That's right. They are headquartered in Miami. That's for sure. Thoughts on Air Canada? Get out. Don't own Air Canada. Viking, damn, Bruce, laying it on thick on cruises. Antoinette, everyone, please, thumbs ups for the live. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Give Bruce a thumbs up. How many we got? We've already got 132 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. We already have 676 of you here. 681 of you are here now. Thank you for these thumbs ups. That helps a lot. Thank you, Antoinette. Appreciate it. I'll tell you guys, some of these stocks are trading at prices that just make no sense to reality. But what can I say? I guess it's a free market for some of these. Tesla down $50. Have you seen that? $730 a share. Tesla's getting a little bit of a profit-taking round coming on here. High for the 52 weeks was $900 a share, and $170 later, here we are. It's not like the company's in trouble or anything, but shares don't go straight up. That's one thing they do not do. And you make your money when you buy. And Tesla right now, I like the company, I like the story, I like the potential. But I have to admit that even at $730 a share, they're trading at 1,140 times expected earnings. That's still, or latest earnings. Even if they double their earnings next year, they're still trading at 570 future earnings. So that's, expensive from a fundamental point of view. In any event, we shall see how it works out. Let's see other stocks here. Anything else crazy? Costco down 374, down 1%. Walmart down 0.5%. No one cares. No problem. Amazon down $59, but it's $3,190. Let's see here. Microsoft, which I like, $235 down $580. That's getting to be more attractive. Apple $126.83 down $3 a share. The lower this gets, the more attractive it is getting. Nvidia $583 a share down $13. I think this week they come up with earnings results. So that might do a turnaround. I'm not sure. If you're thinking of getting NVIDIA, I would recommend you pick up the ETF. SMH is the symbol for the ETF that I recommend. That is known as the, what is that one called? Hang on a second. I've got that in my notes right here. That is known as the Vantech Vectors Semiconductor Fund, a collection of semiconductor companies. And that's the one you want to get, SMH. So don't worry about getting NVIDIA. Pick up SMH instead, and you've got the entire semiconductor market covered in one ETF. Let's take a look here. Some other issues. Disney up $9 to $192. I can't believe that stock. I cannot believe it. That to me is a sell. Again, the street just ignores reality. They think that Disney's just going to be right back to normal, like in next week or something, next month. Not going to happen. I don't see Disney opening up all their parks and being at full capacity for another year at least. Their parks they'll be lucky to break even once they get them open. It's going to take quite a while, but this market is just ignoring 2021, thinking about 2022, but really looking at 2023. Well, I guess if people want to give that kind of time frame, but they're not giving that kind of time frame to Tesla today, are they? Down $50 a share. Quite funny how this works between different sectors and different companies. Weird. Facebook is actually up today, 38 cents. That's interesting. It was down on the morning. It's now up on the day. And let's see, any other stocks to tell you about that caught my eye. Google's down $30 to $22,070. Netflix down 373 to 536. I'd like to see that around 410. That's a buy there. Snowflake down $19 here to 270. That had been much higher earlier on in its initial underwriting. DraftKings up 55 cents to 61.46. The stock is not coming back. Moderna, the drug maker, 162 down $12. And let's see, DoorDash is down $23 to 182. Airbnb down 318 to 197. And both of those were IPOs that you were allowed to buy at stupid prices when they went public. You never had a shot at the IPO, which you should have. It's ridiculous. AB, thank you for this donation. Wouldn't surprise you if GHVI is at $50 stock before the merger. Well, I wouldn't be. The way I think the hype is building on it, it could, but it all depends. Look, it's a winner right now. I mean, it's a winner. It was at $25 Friday. 14, 15, $16 when they announced the deal, and here it is, up $10 from that. Pretty good. But the follow through momentum on this stock could be much greater. So we'll watch that. Where was I? Oh, Home Depot down $249 to $277. I like that stock. And what else have we got? I think we caught up with everybody here. Let's get back to the top of this board here for my little board that I'm following. GameStop 46.32. Up 573. That's near the high of the day, not quite at it, but in the neighborhood. That's a pretty good day today. I'm surprised at AMC. I'm really surprised to see AMC doing what it's doing. I don't know what is causing AMC to make the move here, but it had a shot from looks like about at 241. It was at 617, and then within 16 minutes it was 664. So it took a good shot there, a 50-cent shot. I have no exact reasoning for it, but it's right up there, 638 right at the moment, up 68 cents on the day. I'm sure a lot of AMC shareholders are happy about that because there are a lot of folks in there at various prices. Interesting. Alrighty, what else have we got going here? I'm just looking at comments coming through. Keeping an eye open for trolls. Hopefully we won't have any this afternoon. We had a few this morning, but hopefully we won't have any more. And we'll see what's going on. Bruce, John is asking me, I bought more AMC. Robinhood can only partially fill my order. What should I do? What can you do? If they only gave you partial fill, that's all she wrote. The not enough stock was there. If you're making a flip on it today, make a flip on it. And hopefully you've made money. But I don't know what else is going to happen here. Time will tell. Is this the beginning of a move of some kind? I don't know. 640 up 70 cents. Something's up. I don't know what. I can't tell you though. I wish I could say. Julie, hi Julie doll. I used to own Carnival shares and enjoyed onboard credits many times. However, you can buy them a couple of weeks before your cruise and sell them immediately after and still get the onboard credit. That's right. If you own 100 shares of any of these cruise lines, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, you can sell any of the lines, the cruise lines that they operate. And if you go on a 7-day cruise, for example, you get a $100 cabin credit to spend on the ship any way you want. Drinks, spa treatment, the steakhouse, enjoy. Starbucks coffee on board, whatever. But you don't have to be a shareholder like for a year or two. You just be a shareholder, when you book your cruise, and after your cruise is over, you can sell your stock, and you've enjoyed your $100 credit. If you take a 14-day cruise, you can get up to between $200 and $250 on board spending credits, but it's only one person per cabin. So if both you and the wife own stock, only one of you can use the credit, not both at the same time, unless you each have a separate cabin. Now, if you're going on a family cruise, you book one cabin in the wife's name, you book one in the husband's name, and she has stock and he has stock. Great. Then each can use the cabin credit on each of their cabins. Okay, way to go. Anyway, there you have it. But that's a benefit of being a shareholder of a cruise line, apart from hopefully making money on the stock. Hostergaard, thank you for this donation. Thanks for the vids, Bruce. Helped me through turning 5,000 into 1,000 buying GameStop at 220. Fun times. Want to try more? Thought on NSA, Norwegian Air Shuttle. I wouldn't be. I don't think you want to buy a Norwegian Air Shuttle. I think that company is in big trouble. I don't think you want to go there. The good news is you're not as down. You're not down as much as you were on GameStop yesterday versus today. How's that? Is that making it any better? Thank you. Thank you for finding enough money for making a donation anyway. I appreciate it. Dave, Travis, it's not illegal if it was a limit order and there weren't enough shares at the bid price. If you're trying to buy the stock and it wasn't enough there, you couldn't get a fill. You only get what's available. That's how that works. True. Sometimes you put in a limit order to buy so many shares at a set price, and you only get a part fill because only a few shares came in at that price and then it bounced up again. That can happen too. It's the way this market works sometimes. Same thing on a sell. You put an order in to sell something at $6.58, and you see a trade at $6.58, and you assume you're out. But you get a report saying you only sold 100 shares of the 500 you had, and you go, why did I get out? Well, that's because the buyer only came in for a small amount, didn't buy enough to take you all the way out. There might have been 4 sellers with you at the same price, and unless you see a trade at 6.59, a cent higher than what you're offering it at, that's the only way you know you got out, because you saw a trade above your offer price. But that's how these things work out. Anyway, there you go. What are your thoughts about the talk of the upcoming market crash? Happens all the time, every day, every week, every month, every year. People talk about the crash that's coming. There's a crash coming. It's a great way to get views if you're a YouTuber. You label your video the impending market crash, and then people watch your video to see what's going on, and you got nothing to say. You just kind of think, well, it could happen. It might not happen. I don't think there's going to be a market crash in the near future. There's too much cash sloshing around for the market. The $1.9 trillion stimulus program is a huge boost to the U.S. economy, and I think that's going to be good for the markets for the next year. Low interest rates. I don't care what the 10-year note now is a 1.3% interest rate. That is hardly something to worry about. I think that we're in for a run for a while. And I wouldn't be too worried about that. Rates. Let me just take a look at the rates. U.S. 10-year 1.35. Yeah. The German 10-year is negative 0.33. So as long as Germany is negative and the U.S. is under 2, I'm not even going to think about and worry about the interest rate factor at this point. Oil is at 61.69. I think that is artificially too high by about $25. There's a ton of oil sloshing around, and I just don't see oil really going much higher. There's just so much available at a moment's notice. So much oil can be produced by turning on taps all over U.S. and in Russia and elsewhere. But some of the brokerage firms are calling for oil to go higher. They just believe that oil will rise to the $75 level. I don't know why. There's no critical shortage of oil anywhere. Like anywhere, we're drowning in it up here in Canada. North Dakota, tons of oil here in the U.S. in the Permian, in the shale. Pennsylvania, Oklahoma. I mean, there's oil everywhere. I don't see a reason for oil to have to do anything like that. But that's just me. What can I say? David N., a long time, no here, no see. Any thoughts about firms like Robinhood, Wealthsimple, with no trading fees compared to traditional bank investment accounts having trading fees? Well, you know what? If you're a small investor, Robinhood and Fidelity and the E-Trades and the Schwab's stock slice accounts, they're a godsend. You can put in a couple $100 into the market and not get nailed $50 trading fees. Not get nailed $25 a quarter account fees. It's free to trade. You're part of you're buying and selling stock on through a platform. But so what? What are you investing? $100? You're going to buy $100 worth of Apple stock? You can't do that through Merrill Lynch or through the senior firms. No one will take your call for that. Minimum commissions, some of these houses are so high that'll eat up your $100 right there. So to buy $100 worth of Apple or Amazon or Netflix or GameStop or any of these SPACs, knock yourself out. And you want to add $50 a week to your account and then spread it into 2 or 3 stocks, you can do that too. Heck, with Robinhood, I've seen people hold 20 different positions with $100. You got $5 per position, and they're putting in $100 every couple of weeks or $100 a month, and they're just adding $5 more in each position they have. And over a year or two or three, you got a couple grand in there, and you're diversified over 20 positions. You're running your own ETF for free. I mean, that's it. That's the benefit for super small micro investors. Smaller investors, like maybe with 5,000 to 20,000, Robinhoods and these other platforms work rather well. But if you're a day trader, or if you're a you need all kinds of services and the help of a broker, then that's not going to work for you totally. But if you have a fair understanding of the markets and you're watching your portfolio very closely, it works very, very well. There are people out there who are trading hundreds of thousands of dollars with these platforms and are quite happy with the service, and love the convenience of having the brokerage account right in the palm of their hand. And when they're at a Starbucks having a coffee, they can buy and sell stock right there, go for a walk, stop in the park, buy and sell something, take the dog out, go grocery shopping, stop in the aisle, buy and sell something. Talk about handy. You have to talk to a human being. You don't have to leave a message with your broker. This is pretty good stuff. So it works. Now for an investor with $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, you deserve to have a person on hand for you, someone that you can call on a moment's notice. If you can't get your representative, you can certainly get the assistant and put an order in that way. But you also will have a strategy figured out and mapped out long term with your brokerage assistant. At least you should. You should have a dedicated rep to handle your needs and affairs going forward, so that there are no surprises. And you shouldn't be into investments that require a split-second decision from one nanosecond to another if you're dealing with a brokerage firm and an asset manager. But again, these platforms are, they're handy for the mobile trader, no question about it. They're very handy for small investors. And for first timers, look, you want to see what it feels like to be an investor in the stock market. You got $500 lying around. You throw Robinhood $500 or Fidelity or whichever one of these other platforms. Throw them $500, open a cash account, and start buying and selling stuff. They'll give you all kinds of courses on how to do it. They'll give you all kinds of stuff you can look up on your PC or on your tablet or on your phone to see trading strategies, research reports, actively traded stocks, whatever, and you can buy and sell stock commission free and get a taste of the market. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. AB, thoughts on Direxion's ETFs eyeing the SMH? Well, I like the SMH. I haven't got an opinion on other ETFs. I have not done research on other. There are thousands probably by now, hundreds at least, and I have not gone down that road as of this point. Geo Designer, thank you for this donation. Hey, Bruce, some outlets been bad-mouthing VGAC 23andMe this week. Any chance they'll trade lower than the stock is now? I like the stock. I'm at 13.12. Again, press is press, I guess. Sometimes you got to take the good and the bad. But I like the players. I like Branson being involved in the SPAC. I like the people involved in the 23andMe. I like the money behind 23andMe. I like the power of the hedge funds and other players that are behind, the brokerage firms that are behind 23andMe. I think these guys coming out with $950 million cash in the bank to start the ball rolling, first day that they're a publicly traded company, to be that well funded. I don't think the stock is going to be under these prices by the time that happens. But that's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I'm looking at it beyond just the first day of listing. I mean, I'm not, this game isn't over just because the merger is done and they start trading as 23andMe. That ain't over. Now you got, 60, 90, 180 days beyond that to see what they're going to do with this $950 million and the fact that they now have currency in the form of shares and the fact that they're publicly traded. They're offering liquidity to potential acquisitions. I think there's a lot going to happen there, a lot. But right now they have to keep quiet while they wait for the merger to be completed. That's all they're it's all they're going to have to do. Gregory Allen is asking, hi Bruce, could you give me a tactic on how to best dollar cost average without becoming over leveraged. My temptation is to buy the troughs, but I realize I run out of money too quickly. Well, there's a million ways to make your money and make investments in the market. One way is those folks out there who have a day job and they get paid every couple of weeks, and one paycheck that they get in pays all the bills, and then one paycheck that comes in is spending money and savings, and that might be where market money comes from. And so, there are folks out there who start off with a $2,000-$3,000 account, and they buy 4 or 5 different things, $500 each, and then every month they throw $1,000 into that account, and no matter what the price of the 5 entities are, they just divide the 1,000 into 5 and put $200 into each of the 5 entities on a long-term acquisition program. Well, that's averaging out long-term. That's averaging out your investment, because you do that for 2 years. You've put $24,000 into the market, and every month you've bought $200 of each of the 5 positions for 2 years, whatever it is. You've got a reasonable average of wherever the market happens to be at that point. Obviously, at the end of 2 years, if you're at the bottom of a trough, the market just had the worst year of all time, you're upside down on all your positions. On the other hand, in 2 years from now, the market just had its greatest month of all time. Well, everything you own is up, because everything is up. If it's unchanged, you may have had some months where you bought a little higher, you bought a little lower, you bought in the middle, you bought a little higher, you bought a little lower. You don't care. The long-term game plan is you're into 5 particular entities that you believe in. They might be 5 companies, 5 ETFs, 5 mutual funds, and you're just accumulating a position in each one. If your game plan is to acquire stock to write options against stock, you're going to need to get to a 100 share position as soon as you can to start writing options to bring option premium money in. If your game plan is for dividend income, you're going to buy the entities that pay the nicest dividends, that are solid and could increase their dividends payouts. If you're looking for growth, you're going to pick up either ETFs that are growth ETFs or mutual funds that are growth mutual funds, or you're going to buy the most aggressive FANG type companies or up and coming software development companies, chip developers. I mean, everyone has their game plan. But if you've got 20 grand and you put 10,000 into a position, and then you're trying to average down, and you average down with $5,000, and then a month later you average with another $5,000, you're all in. And if it goes even lower, you're in. You can't get in anymore. Then you got to just wait this out. And there is no right way to do it. It's a question of your convictions. What are you buying? Why are you buying it? How long are you going to give it? How long are you giving it to give you a return? And for those who are into GameStop, sitting now at $44.76 today, there are folks in here at $200, $300 that chased the market, thought it would go to $1,000 a share, and bought into the price. Where others who got in early, saw the run, took their money off the table, or took their money off the table and are holding whatever they have now for free. And then there are others who are buying today for the very first time. And investors today I've been saying, investors in GameStop, you've had to be given this company, say, 6 months to a year to turn this company into an online retail company or online seller. But hey, it went from 5 to 500 in the span of 4 weeks or 6, 8, 10 weeks, whatever it was, in a short period of time when no one expected that. And now here we are at 44.70. I did hear today an interesting little snarky one-liner from someone on CNBC over here. The stock was up like $5 at the time, and the commentator said, "Oh, and GameStop is up $5 a share to $46, a far cry from 500." And then went on, "We'll be right back after this word." And I thought, oh, that's a cute little one-liner. That you just insulted everyone who owns the stock. The stock is up, almost 10% today. You just insulted the whole group with that little one-liner. Kind of shows what that attitude is in that person's mind, and probably their producer and director, because that person's being told what to say in an earpiece, because they certainly haven't got a mind of their own. Really interesting how these little one-liners slip out for some of these guys. They're just so biased towards certain investments, And any stock that does what this one is, well, that's now a pariah. As far as these guys are concerned, it will never have legitimacy ever again. And the company has done nothing wrong. The company just had 5,000 stores before. They got 5,000 stores now. They're going to close stores out, and they're going to go online, and they're going to continue their game plan. But there are people over here on the TV set that just have it in for them, and you can just see the bias that every once in a while a little slip comes out, and you go, oh, I remember that. I remember that. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. What can I say? Thank you, everybody, for your comments and listening to my ranting and raving today. Hoster God, yeah, it makes me happy. I'm losing slightly less, averaging out a little right now. I think I'll be holding for a few years, and we'll see on GameStop. I saved all my money. Poof, figured donating 50 grand would make no difference, or 50 kroner. Eating spaghetti for a couple of months anyway. Might as well show appreciation. Ostergaard, thank you for your donation, and thank you for your patience. We'll see what happens. Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. Hey, Bruce, hope you're well. Cruise line stocks are all up today. Good day to be an investor. Ray and Sue, hi, guys, from St. Louis. Thanks for joining me today. Oh, man. Travis, Fidelity or Webull are the best? Well, I'm not sure which of the two. Maybe you think both of them are fine. Fantastic. What can I say? Mitch is wondering, where can I find SPACs online? It seems like mergers are the best way to make money. Well, go to Google. Just go to Google and enter, SPACs or SPAC companies, and you'll probably find lists of them. They'll pop up. But every day, it seems now, almost every day, we get an announcement from another SPAC that has made another deal. I was looking up some of the stocks. Some of you guys gave me some stocks to look up earlier today. You were asking me about some symbols, and I took a look at a couple, and some of them are SPACs that are merging. There's one here, the symbol is FRX, and this company is merging with Beachbody and MYX Fitness. They're going to be known on the New York Stock Exchange. The stock symbol will be BODY, body. $2.9 billion merger with $525 million cash on hand. And then someone asked me about Murphy Oil, MUR. Oil stock, oil is up. Murphy was as low as this year as $4.50 a share, trading right now at $16.05, as high as 21. Someone was asking me about something called VCNX, a biomedical firm, a low of 163, high of 956, now 558. Have no opinion on this company. It's a biomedical outfit. And then someone was asking me about something on the exchange I think in Spain. REE is a symbol, or I think it's called Rio Electric or Leo Electra, something like that. Red Electric. Don't know anything about it. And then WPF is another symbol I was asked about. Foley Transamine Acquisition Corp. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's trading at $10.90 a share. It's a SPAC. They've announced a merger. They were as low as 974, as high as 1450, but now 1090, merging with something called A-Light, A-Light, and the symbol will be ALIT. And this seems to be a fairly large deal, but the stock isn't doing much about it, and I've not heard a thing about it. So I can't give you any more info than that. But there are SPACs out there that are doing deals all the time. We've got a lot of activity going on right now, and we will for the rest of this year, probably next year. There are dozens and dozens of SPACs that have come out and are coming out that will be looking for mergers to complete. And it's a much, I think it's a much easier way for a private company to go public. It's a nice way, if the private company has been pursued by Wall Street already to possibly consider going public. There are probably brokerage firms and investment funds, hedge funds, mutual funds, pension funds that are willing to put money into this private company through the SPAC merger itself. So the SPAC might have 300 to 500 million cash in its account. It now makes an offer to take over this public company in a reverse takeover. The public company brings with it another 500 million in cash from these sources I just mentioned, and you put the two together and you have a public company, a new public company funded with $1 billion in fresh capital, and you can use that to pay down existing debts that you got. You can expand existing facilities, or you can merge and acquire competition and become an even larger publicly traded company. That's why I love these SPACs. I think these are great vehicles to be used and to utilize to raise new capital, bring in, get listed on the New York Exchange or NASDAQ Exchange, and bring Wall Street into the party at $10 a share, I think it's fantastic. And as an investor, I don't mind, if I were to buy any of these, if I were buying anything, paying $13 or $14 a share, that's a 30-40% premium over the $10 mark. I don't mind that premium. If I'm an investor of $1,000 or $10,000 or $5,000, I don't have to put up $15 million. I mean, these guys are raising $500 million. Let them get the deal. They're putting up $500 million. I'm happy paying a little more and getting in for 500 shares, 1,000 shares, whatever the heck it is. And because I know that the Wall Street guys are not putting in $500 million of their clients' money for the stock to go up $4 a share. That is not the plan. That is not the return they're interested in. These mergers are done for the long-term, long growth, big growth picture. And even $20 a share, $25 a share is not enough to attract Wall Street. Because frankly, right now, they can do an IPO. Just like I've been telling you now for weeks. We just had one last week that went public, which is called Bumble, the online dating entity that the women control that deal. That company went public at $42, the IPO at $42, $43. Wall Street was putting their customers' money into that deal at $42, $43. Opening trade on the open market where you were allowed to buy it was $76. Why would Wall Street get into a SPAC at 10 and only have it go to 20 when they can do an IPO at 43 and it starts trading at 76? See what I'm getting at? This is where Wall Street is going. Hey, we can buy. We raised Bumble a ton of money, billions of dollars, and our stock is now almost double in price. We've taken $3 billion, turned it into $6 billion. If we're going to put $300 million or $500 million into a SPAC, we want that deal to just do a lot more than go to $12 or $15 a share. A lot more. So for you out there picking it up at $10, $12, $14, $16, $18, you're getting in as close to the ground floor as you're going to get. And you're following some serious money here from pension funds and mutual funds who have long-term game plans. They have long-term outlooks. And you have to decide for yourself, well, what is it you want out of the investment? Are you happy with a $25 sale on a $15 buy? Or are you looking for a $30 sale? Or are you looking for a $100 sale? Give the company enough time to merge, list, come out with their first batch of announcements, and then let them start making deals. And then you can decide for yourself, have you had enough or not? Because if they come up with subsequent arrangement after arrangement after arrangement, you could have yourself a stock like DraftKings trading in the $60 range now. That was a $10 SPAC. So there you go. Anyway, there you go. Where can you find them? Just Google. What can I say? Let's see. Archangel. I only use Webull for the level 2 data and M1 for my long term. I think M1 is the best out of them. One trade a day is a turnoff for people, but I want to trade. I stayed in and I'm averaging down. Okay. Let's see here. Ken is saying that AMC is on the verge of something big. Get in or miss it. It is at $6.45, up 75 cents. Certainly not setting new all-time records as far as pricing goes, but it's having a better day than it looked at this morning. I will say that it was looking ugly. Oliver, I put 200 euros into an eToro account. I'm down so far, but I'm learning loads and I'm having fun. There you go. Right on. Let's see. Hostergaard, the money I lost was savings anyway. So by now I just shrug and I go, I can't cry over spilled milk. And it was fun. Not crying over spilled milk, and it was fun. For a moment, I had doubled my savings. Now it's quartered. All righty. Let's see here. Any other comments? Oh, my gosh, they're coming in here. Here we go. Sorry, just missed this. Geo Designer, yes, to me, 23andMe is a really interesting company with a leading service, and they're expanding into medical. Exactly. I think that's exactly. What do you think of Trivago? Not crazy about it myself. No, don't know a lot about it, though. Don't. If you love it, you love it, but don't take my word for it. I just know of it, but nothing crazy. They were interesting commercials. They had an interesting, the guy who was doing the commercials was, quite popular with the women. Anyway. What else we got going here? what was that? What was the chip ETF you were talking about before? I was talking about the outfit known as the Vantech Vectors Semiconductor Fund. SMH, Sam Mother Henry, is the symbol on this deal. It's a collection of about 60 different chip manufacturing companies all in one ETF. So if you want to play the chip manufacturer game with, because there's a massive shortage of chips, this is the ETF you pick up. Okay, how are we doing on the market? The Dow is up 80, was higher earlier. S&P down 22. Those two are hanging in there, but NASDAQ is down 317. It's having the rough ride today. So that's what's going on the markets today. NASDAQ not the winner at the moment. Trav Kid, hi Bruce, just finished watching your previous stream. I'm catching up to you now. Let's see. What else have we got here? Excuse me. Yes. People are happy about AMC going up. And Luke Gardner, the Churchill merger looks like it's confirmed on CNBC. There's been a lot of talk about this Churchill deal now for weeks, that there was supposed to be a merger with the electric car company of some kind. I'm not sure if that's what we were talking about, if that's happening or not. I'm not sure. They announced the reopening of AMC theaters in New York on March 5, so that could be a bit of good news. Maybe theaters will open up across the country and that'll get things going in. You never know. We will see. CCIV is so overvalued, says Archangel. Let's see. Robinhood is the worst, says Mia. Vic says EPR stock, company owns AMC's facility, also happy today. Very good. Airline stock. Dylan, what do you think of airline stocks, Bruce? Do you think the run will continue? They're trading on emotion right now. They're trading on emotion, not on fundamentals like cruise stocks. And I think there's going to come a day where the analysts are going to come out and go, these airlines, these cruise lines, they're into the hole now for this many billions of dollars, tens and tens of billions, and these shares are just not going to. They're not going to perform for a couple of years. There's going to be a long time before the money, the profits trickle down to shareholders. Dollars coming into airlines and cruise lines are going to trickle into the cruise line cash register, and then they're just going to go out in salaries and fuel, interest charges, and there'll be nothing left for the shareholders, because they're just not going to be able to flow a profit to the bottom of the ledger. I just don't see it. GameStop 45.84 up 5 1/4, down a bit from its high of the day. Starboard is at 10.58, down 56 cents. Fortress Value down $1.62. Been here all day at 10.48. Gores Holdings down 265 to 21.80. Under 20 is a bargain. That's the buy range. So it's $1.71 away. It's at 21.79. VG acquisition at 12.87, down 40 cents. And that's better than this morning's pricing. AMC up 81 cents to 6.51. Having a little bit of a better day. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Just checking some comments here. People talking to each other, making a few other comments here about different stuff. Here we go. Uncle Brucey, AMC reporting in New York City with limited capacity. So every little bit interesting. Let's see. CNBC hates us. They're not there for retail investors. I'll tell you that. At least it appears to me. I get that impression. I agree. Anyway, let's see here. There we go, Bruce. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the truth, says Travis. Right on. Uncle Bruce is the media now. All righty. Thank you, everybody, for being here. All 1,040 of you. I'm the media now. Fantastic. What were your thoughts on the hearings last week, Bruce? Well, they did what I expected them to do. They didn't bring in anyone from the SEC. They didn't bring anyone in from the clearing corporation that apparently made Robinhood not allow people to buy the stock. So whoever, stopped retail investors from being able to buy the stock wasn't in front of Congress last week. I have a problem with that. Just kind of wondering, trying to get to the bottom of this, and what can I say? What can I say? Some of these comments are great. Let me just go on here. What do we got here? Excuse me. Diana, I definitely want to know about FRX. Yeah, I did mention it just a few minutes ago. Merging with Beachbody MYX Fitness, trading on the New York Stock Exchange, 2.9 billion valuation with 525 million cash. I think the FRX, if I'm not mistaken, are they? I'm wondering if those are the guys. No, I could be wrong. I'm not going to speculate. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't have an opinion on the company though. I don't know what to make of it. Whether this will really, this will really be a big winner. I don't think it'll be a loser. Again, I love mergers that are successful and are coming out well funded. I like these deals. Gregory Allen, thank you, Bruce. This really helps. Think I'll stop chasing the market and have the long-term plan. Very good. Glitch is the markets need to open around noon. I'm sick about not being able to sleep in, man. I get up at 4 a.m. myself for you guys. But I'll tell you, I don't sleep anyway. So, at this age, you'll find, when you're a teenager, you can sleep in until noon hour, 1 in the afternoon. When you're my age, you have a nap around 1 in the afternoon. And then you go to bed around 9 or 10 o'clock, and then you wake up at 3 a.m. and you're done. It's over. Unless you're taking medication, and I don't like doing that. So I just go au naturel and set my alarm for 4. And I usually wake up before the alarm goes off. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it because I keep thinking in my mind I'm 17 years old, but the body is just, no, that's not happening. Let's see. Yes, blind pools, MGTO. They used to be called blind pools, not bling pools. Yeah, blind pools. That's right. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. My AMC stocks have gone into the green. AMC, 646, up 77 cents. How about that? Dave, FRX is a triple merger, by the way. That's right. There are actually 3 entities becoming the one. And, hope it'll work out. We'll see what happens. Dave says, that's called a dead cat bounce. Stay away from AMC. MG Doe is saying to Dave. Julie, if someone gave you $10,000 free money to buy shares, what would you do? If someone gave me, well, it depends on, let's say, hang on one second here. There we go. At 65, what I would buy now versus when I was 45 versus when I was 25, all different mentality, all different outlook, all different game plan. At age 25, you're looking for growth. You're looking for excitement. You want to invest in something you can relate to. So, you might be into a software company or into the chips, or you might be into the Apple stock or Amazon or whatever. When you're 45, you might be looking at a little more of a conservative growth kind of situation. So you might be looking at ETFs. And when you're 65, you might be looking at income. Maybe I would buy IBM today and take the 5.5% yield on my money, taking in $550 a year on dividends just on a $10,000 investment, plus the turnaround on IBM to turn it into a large capital company. And maybe the shares will reach $200 in a couple of years, but then I'll be 67, 68. I can't sit here and go, oh, this is another 20-year investment I'm going to make. But between now and 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if I can bring in 5.5% yield on this company and the dividends grow over time from here, and it grows in a capital appreciation kind of way, I'm a happy guy. That's not a bad way to go. There you have it. Now, give me $10,000 standing on the floor of Caesar's Palace. I have a whole different attitude about 10 grand on the floor of Caesar's Palace. I'm not looking at a long-term investment here. I'm looking for what am I going to do and have some fun. But I think I'd want to walk out of that casino with as much of that money as possible. I don't think I want to gamble it away. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Archangel buying Churchill at this price is just gambling and speculation. Lucid isn't going to bring anything to the table for a couple more years. People are pricing in Lucid like it's Tesla. Just beware buying in so high. I agree. When Tesla went public, they had already produced their Roadster, and they were now coming out with the Model S. You were buying into a whole different entity at that point in its life cycle versus here with Lucid. Lucid is so ground floor. The stock is very expensive for what you're getting into, but there's hype, and so what can I say? What am I gonna do? Spaceballs, the user. When do you think? What are your guesses when VGAC merger will be complete? April, May. I'm thinking somewhere in that range, but I can't be more specific on this. I'm sure that the two companies, the Richard Branson people and the 23andMe people, they're doing everything they can with their lawyers and their auditors to assist in any way possible to make this happen as quickly as possible. They want this to be a done deal. There's $950 million ready to be invested into the business, just sitting there. They're not holding this deal up. Believe me, they are not holding up this deal. It's just going through the SEC processes and the New York Stock Exchange filings, and this is just normal business. Nothing else going on. Alrighty. What else is going on here? Not sure what that means, so I'm not going to go there. What do we have here? Thumbs ups, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, MG. What do we got going here? Semiconductors, to be exact. Let's see. What about SOX for the chip ETF? Don't have an opinion on it. I'm not familiar with it, so I can't give you anything there. GameStop 11% is up 11%. Well, 521 now, up 521 to 45.80. That is over 10% gain today. Someone's telling me we have 420 thumbs ups. Is that right? How are we doing thumbs ups right now? 494 thumbs ups right now, with 1,185 people watching this show. Folks, let's get that to 1,000, please. Let's get 1,000 thumbs ups going. Add momentum to this telecast. I would really appreciate it. There it goes, 514 right there. We just popped 500. Thank you, everybody. Let's see, 1,000 shares of SM. It's rich for my blood. Well, you can buy 10, buy 15. I mean, whatever works. GameStop 45. Yep, 40 going to 46 now. 45.96 popping up again. Coming into the last 3 minutes of the day here. Let's take a look at the market. Coming into the last few minutes now, the Dow is up 32, S&P down 29, NASDAQ having a bad day, down 335, down 2.5%. And we've got GameStop having a fairly good day, 45.90, up 5.31 a share. Airlines were up today. Cruise lines were up today. And AMC at 6.50, up 80 cents today, having a very good day, percentage-wise as well. Interesting to see. The three cruise lines, Royal Caribbean 86.25, up 7.38. Norwegian at 28.56, up $1.70. Carnival at 25.94, up $1.34. Yet the Dow's only up 37 points, not even 1/10 of a percentage point here. Now it's showing 30-point gain. It's kind of coming in, jumping around here in the last minutes of the day. So they're watching the bell. The last 6 minutes going through. And we will be done if that is correct. I'm not sure if that is accurate. Anyway, we are coming into the last of the day for GameStop and AMC. They're having a wonderful time. The rest of the market, not so much. Isn't that interesting? How two stocks that have been much maligned are actually the winners today. Go figure. That's kind of funny. Funny, haha. Maybe I don't know. Interesting. There you go. We will persevere, says Oliver. We'll come around tomorrow. What do you think about MUX? MUX. Don't know about MUX. What is MUX? Anybody know what MUX is? MUX. Look it up here. Looks like it's called McEwen Mining. $1.26. No opinion on a miner. No idea. Gold mine, don't know what to make of it. It's a penny stock, 53 cents to $1.60 for the year high and low, trading on New York. So not my cup of tea, I'll tell you that. Can't get excited about something of that nature. Looks like we're coming into the last of it here. I think we are. Let's see here. Up 496 on GameStop to 45.55. So it tried to hit 46 here a few moments ago, but didn't quite make it. We're watching the last of the activity come through. I think my television is not up to speed here. Let me see. Yeah, my TV is behind. Here we go. Now I see. We're down to the last 20 seconds of the day. Fair enough. You don't have to watch that. I do. Okay, GameStop. Let's see. Where are we closing in at here? GameStop now, 45.75 is the final trade without final adjustments. And then the aftermarket is now showing a $46 trade value on the stock. So there you go. The Dow up 28 or so. S&P down 29. NASDAQ down 339. Not a good day on NASDAQ today. Some profit taking coming in, I guess. That's what we're probably dealing with here. Host regard. So, hey, thanks a lot for making these videos. I was feeling stupid for a while, but your videos helped me feel less like an idiot with all the fun stories, and I learned a lot from you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Charlie Yoon, Churchill and Lucid Motors is the deal. Interesting. We'll see what's happening. Jay Lee, Bruce, there is a big question. With all the world governments using and abusing their dollar, printing themselves out of COVID, what is the real effect for normal people? Inflation or what? Well, there's possibility of some inflation kicking in, but who cares? I'd rather have some inflation than a depression. I'll tell you that frankly. I would rather deal with a scenario where prices are going up 3 or 4 or 5% for a while, but having an economy that's getting back on its feet again, because it's easier to control. It's easy to control inflation down the road if you have to just raise rates, but there's no need to raise interest rates to 30% or 20%. We're not going into stupid hyperinflation, nothing like that. But we've got to get this economy going, and we've got to get cash flowing right to the bottom of the wealth scale, from top to bottom. I mean, the bottom has got to get cash. There are a lot of folks out there hurting badly, and we got to allow people to buy bread and get a hot dog and get some caffeine-free Diet Coke once in a while. Cheers from Stock Markets with Bruce to all of you out there. Thank you for your support of my channel. So if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. James, if I close a trade, will I only pay tax when I withdraw the cash? Could I take the profits and invest again before taking the money and being taxed from the UK? My hunch is no. My hunch is that at the end of the year, you have to declare all your trades, all your wins, all your losses, and you're going to come up with a number, and the government doesn't care where your money is and in what stocks you own. What they want to know is, how much did you win? How much did you lose? Are you gaining? If you've gained, you might be subject to taxation depending on your tax situation, earnings from a job or rental income or whatever else you're involved with. In some countries, there are deductions and allowables for so much gain that's not taxable, and then it's taxable at a set rate. You have to check with your tax advisor for sure. But my hunch is that no, you can't hide the gain inside another investment and pretend I haven't cashed out yet. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, they'll take care of you. Host regard, David, and thanks for transcribing for me. I can hear most, but these keys can be a bit hard. Let's see, what else have we got going on here? Let me take a look at the aftermarket on GameStop. 45.98 up 27 cents. Not much going on there. What do you think about 3D printing? Oliver wants to know. Oh, Bruce, my man. 3D printing, you know, there's the reaction right there. Like, I don't understand it. I get it, but I don't get it. I'm not involved in it. I'm too old to know. I'm too old to ever be involved in it. You know, I can't give you any opinion on 3D printing. I've seen some incredible stuff about it, but the intricacies of it can't help you there at all. Alrighty, moving on. Let's see here. Just like with Palantir, the reporters will change their tone when good news comes out of GameStop. They only do what suits them. Well, there's that. And everybody needs a whipping boy from time to time. And right now it's GameStop as the whipping boy, I think. Let's see, what else is going on? Cindy, Bruce, I have 100 shares of AMC. Any suggestions on selling options? Should I write options against my AMC? Well, I don't know if you're going to get very much for them at this point, being as low as they are. You might have to write an option quite a ways out to get any kind of a premium on them. If you're going to write a $7 or an $8 contract, you're awful close to the strike price. On the other hand, if you write a 1 week contract that expires, say, next week, Friday, you're writing an 8-day contract starting tomorrow that will die in 8 days. And if you're writing an $8 or $9 contract, if you can get $1 for it, take the buck. But it's only $100 for 100 shares. I don't know. If the shares can go to 11 or 10, 11 or 12, you can write 13s, 14s, or 15s. Maybe get $1, $1.50, $2, and you're getting $200 for maybe a week or two. Okay. Again, $100 for 8 days. Nothing wrong with that either. But if the shares go from here and take a little run, I don't know if they will, though. This opening of New York theaters is not enough for me to say, this is a reason for AMC to go to $15 a share. I don't think so. So, if you do write a contract good for a month that has a $9 strike price, maybe you can get $1.50, $2 a share premium for that time frame, and take the money and bank it and see what happens. Anyway, hey Matt, we love you too. SEC is simping to Citadel's wallet at this point. That's what Investing with Circa is saying. Thumbs up for Brucey. Thank you guys. DTCC waived the increases in margins. Vlad chose to halt trading anyway. I immediately lost 5,000 when Robinhood halted trading. There you go. I'll tell you, it's crazy. Holster Guard, you and me, we're more or less the same boat. At least we haven't lost our sense of humor. What are your thoughts on Draft Punk calling it quits? Daft Punk, no thoughts. No possible thoughts. What's your opinion on MU? I've talked about it. QS, don't know anything about it. Trading 212 on the UK, Force sold to a share of 9 according to margin. Trading at 212 in the UK, Force sold, gain general mine not on margin at 40. I don't know what I don't understand the question. What? I need that to be retyped in another way. Ouch, Tesla stopped taking orders for Model Y apparently. Thanks for the great show. I think Tesla stopped taking orders for the base model of the Model Y, the stripped down version. They've stopped taking orders for that one, so they're probably only taking orders for the Model Y with the bells and whistles on it. It could be that they're just not getting enough orders to make it pay. It could well be that people who want the Model Y don't want the base model. They want all the extras, and the Tesla just not getting enough orders for the base car, and so they're just not going to accept it and take any more orders. I love that about Tesla. I really do. I have to admit, I have to hand it to them that these guys build the cars that the people want the most. People are putting the orders in through Tesla directly through the website. The company gets the orders every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Orders come in. Their algorithmic computers and their factory settings are all figured out in advance. Looks like we got to make so many Model Ys, so many Model X's, so many Model S's. These are the option configurations, and it comes to the point where the computer systems and algorithms spit out telling management, you shouldn't take any orders for the Model Y anymore in the base configuration. You're not getting enough orders. There's no money in it. We can only make maybe 100 a week or two. Every couple of weeks, we can only make 100 of them. There's not enough money in it. We can make way more profits building the built-out, decked-out version of the Tesla, and so kill the offering on the cheap one and only go with the higher version because that's what they're buying. Well, okay. If you only offer the high-end Model Y and your orders go up because you don't offer the cheap version, then the cost of production of more Model Ys goes lower per unit, increasing the profit margin of the company, therefore allowing the company to earn higher profits per share. Shares would go up. That would be a good news thing. However, the stock today closed at $714, down $66 on Tesla. Aftermarket, $710 is where it is right now. So if the shares go under 700 and go into the mid 600s, there might be some margin calls on speculators who've been speculating like they shouldn't be on margin stock like Tesla. And there might be some calls, but we'll see if that even happens. Time will tell. All right. Let me continue on here and try to come through here with some more comments. Thank you, Baki, for this donation. RNWK and VUZI gains got RNWK at 250 and VUZI at 550. Congratulations. I hope you're getting rich. That is good news. I hope you're doing well with that. Travel industry, my Marriott and Southwest are doing exceptional now. Might be a good way to diversify for those who haven't, as COVID numbers are dropping. That is true. The COVID numbers are dropping, but unfortunately those variants are out there and they're lurking. And the worry we have is that certain economies are loosening up, certain states are loosening up, and the variants might overtake everybody all over again, even with these vaccines rolling out. So we're not sure how this is going to go. Matt, averaged my GameStop down to $80, a real possibility as this company has potential. And if another big squeeze happens, then it's bonus time. Can you talk about the relevance of 19th of March for HF, for hedge funds? I have no idea what's happening on the 19th of March. I have no clue what you're referring to. You're going to have to help me on that, Matt. Talk to me. Lori, our AMC has been open since the summer. It was completely sold out this weekend, multiple theaters. Surprising since I'm in Dallas and the week we've had last week, it's not dead. Very interesting to hear that. And I would be shocked. I'd be horrified to go into a movie theater full movie theater. I'd be horrified. I would turn right around and not bother. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't go into a movie theater right now if you gave me free tickets. There's no way I'm interested. I do not want to be exposed to a whole bunch of people right now. Not interested. Anyway, that's just me. Okay. Lithium shortage coming for Tesla, says Chef Cookie. Okay. Our AMC never closed, says Ice Tangent. Let's see. Good night, Bruce. See you in the morning, says J Hubs. J Hubs, thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, by the way, for these thumbs ups today. We are now at 712 thumbs ups. I was asking for thumbs ups a little while ago. Keep them coming in, folks. Love you guys for this. Love to hit 1,000 on this show, too. We hit 1,000 thumbs ups on the first show this morning. Matter of fact, I think we were at 1,100 or 1,200. Would love to get to 1,000 thumbs ups on this telecast. 718, 735 right now. They're coming in. Hit those thumbs ups hard, and let's get her up to 1,000 real fast. 751 now. Thank you guys for responding. I really appreciate this. 765 and climbing. Thank you. 771. Beautiful. Let's see. AMC Aftermarket. It's now 677, up 26 more cents. There's a good little run happening here. I'm happy for the shareholders of AMC. Believe me, I'm happy. A lot of speculators out there, but they're in at much higher levels than this. GameStop Aftermarket right now is $47.50, up $1.79. That is the best price I've seen in a while for GameStop. It did hit $48.51 first thing this morning, but came right back down to the 43 range, 42.40 range. But now $47.50 on GameStop. Nice to see it picking up a little bit of steam there. This is a donation from Mr. or Mrs. T. Brucey, when repairing my 3-port motorized central heating valve, I removed something cylinder first run to already charged interact duct serving unit. Yes. Sure. Go ahead. Give it a try. But maybe you may want to call your electrician first. What can I say? Yo, Bruce, love the channel. You're my guy. Thank you, Black Rabbit. Thank you for being here. 47.80 on GameStop. The high of the day, 48.51. We just need to see if it'll break the high and go even higher. AMC is going to the second floor, someone is saying. It's going to the second floor. There we go. Fantastic. The Churchill Capital, I have no thoughts. I have no thoughts on it. I've other than it's been fairly high priced for quite some time on the anticipated deal, but I don't know if it got any more legs from here. I really don't know. I'm in AMC at 8:30 at 797, holding for as long as it takes on AMC. $48 right now on GameStop, and AMC right now is $666, up 15 cents aftermarket. So improving there, but definitely GameStop is looking good here. $47.66, pushing $48 on GameStop. Interesting. Uncle Bruce, KLYNI. What should I do if the stock goes over my covered call sell Thursday post-market? Can I buy back the contract post-market? You can't buy the contract back in an aftermarket. You can only buy it during market hours. CME options only trade during market open hours. So you buy it back on Thursday or you buy it back on Friday. If you've got a stock option, it'll expire. If it expires this Friday, it'll expire at the end of the day, Friday, at the end of the market. So if you are in the money and you need to buy it, you want to buy it back and then turn around and write a new one, you can buy it back tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday and acquire it and write a new one for the week later or 2 weeks later, a month later, whatever you want. And away you go. TravKid, let's go GameStop. I reinvested back at $40 after I heard DFV double down. Well, there you go. People are making money in GameStop. When a stock goes up $5 during the day and $2 in the aftermarket, people can make money on GameStop. That is true. Very, very good. Bruce, one argument they have for AMC is the fact that restaurants open right now are actually more likely to get someone sick with COVID than compared to theaters, since they remove their masks longer inside a restaurant. Good point. No argument from me, except that when you're in the theater, if you can buy popcorn, you got to move your mask and have the popcorn, put your mask on. A lot of people just keep the mask off, eat the popcorn, drink the pop, and forget to put the mask back on because you're in the dark. No one's pointing at you. Hey, your mask is off. I don't know. I'm just leery of going into a theater myself at this moment. I think I'll wait a while before I do that. What do we got going here? AMC is only shorted like 20%. GameStop can't be at 48. That dude from this morning swore it was going to 30. That's true. Those trolls were saying it was going down. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. There you go. I'm all in on VGAC. You are. Let's hope you're right, Brian. Hang in there, Brian. I think the upside is very good on that stock. Let's see. Carnival just announced that after Rice went up so high, they're releasing $1 billion in common stock. The price went up so high, they're releasing a common. So they're doing a funding. That's interesting. Kind of curious to confirm that. Carnival, CCL, are they going to issue a bunch of paper and I would, if I were them, I would do that for all three cruise lines. I would be absolutely making sure to issue stock and take money off the table. Absolutely. If investors want to give $1 billion by buying my paper, I do it. Here it is. Yep, here it is. They announced offering of common stock. Miami Carnival announced that they're going to underwriting of $1 billion of stock. Expects to use the net proceeds for general corporate purposes. Goldman Sachs is acting as sole book runner and underwriter for the proposed public offering. It looks like this will be an at-market deal. Way to go, Carnival. You're doing what you're supposed to do. People want to hand you money, over the barrel. Just take the cash and absolutely run with it. Just so you know, folks, $1 billion in the hands of Carnival will last about 50 days. It takes only 50 days to burn it up because it's a $600+ million a month burn rate that these guys are on. It's absolutely unbelievable. Let's take a look here for is that Royal Caribbean? Yeah, Royal Caribbean. See if they done anything yet. Saying anything yet? They should too be doing a release. In my opinion, they should definitely be doing some kind of an offering, but I don't see one yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. And same thing with Norwegian. Norwegian Cruise Line. There we go. That stock, the 2820 up. It was up during the day today. If I were them, I would be taking advantage of this market price and issuing $1 billion in stock as well to absolutely take money off the table. But haven't heard anything yet, so we'll have to wait it out. GameStop right now, $46.95. It hit 48 there for a brief little bit in the aftermarket. Right now, just under $47 a share. So we'll have to watch that, see how it wants to perform going forward. Okay, thank you for the heads up on that Carnival. When I do my Traveling with Bruce show later tonight, that'll be I'll be talking about that for sure. Baki, can you look at how RNWK did today and give it a breakdown? RNWK. Let's take a look at RNWK. RNWK. This is known as Real Networks Inc. 471 last trade on the aftermarket, down 31 cents on the aftermarket. Was as low as 411 this morning, as high as 576 today. Volume was 27 million shares. For the year, 32-cent low price, 576 high price. So that was, around $5 earlier today, near the high there, or closer. Well, actually hit the high today. Pardon me. Hit a high today. All righty. Why? What happened with the stock, the company? Did they say something that would cause this? I don't have an announcement with today's date on it anywhere here. Looking, I don't see any announcement on the company. I'm not sure what's going on. They announced their fourth quarter and full 2020 financial results back on February the 10th. So that was 12 days ago. And I don't know what to make of it. So I don't have any news for you. I don't see anything. I don't see anything specific here. I do not know. Let me look at like a 1 month chart here. I'm showing it going from $2 in late January up to the $5 mark now. So something's happening here, but I'm not sure what. If I could see it, I'd mention it, but I have no idea. No idea. All right. So, Baki, I don't know what's going on. KH, thank you for this donation today. Bruce, I love the content. If I want to day trade in and out, what percentage gains should I go for? I know it depends on each person. I want to hear it from a guru. Well, thank you from the Bruce, the uncle, the guru Bruce here. Well, look, day trading is a high stakes game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Day trading is not for the faint of heart. You may find, however, you might find that you might not have enough cash to qualify for a day trading account. If you have a brokerage account, you start buying and selling stock quickly, you might be designated a day trader, and you might have your account suspended by your brokerage firm unless you have enough money in your account, or you might, I think you can get away with it if you can day trade if you have it only in a cash account. If you've got a margin account and you do active trading, you're going to be labeled a day trader, and you're going to have at least 20,000 in cash in your account. So you may want to shift to a cash account only and then trade in there, but only use what you got, which is a good idea because you don't want to risk other people's money. You've got enough on the line risking your own. As far as returns go, this is something that there are some day traders out there who figure, well, I got 10 grand and I'm going to throw it into this pot, and I need to take out every month $3,500 to live on. I need $100 a day plus $500 spending money, less the taxes and all that. If I can make $3,500 a month, I can live on that. So they day trade to try to earn $3,500 in a 30-day window. Now that breaks down to making $125 a day, or maybe $150 a day, a trading day. You only have 5 trading days a week normally, 20 a month, maybe 22 a month. So if you need to make $3,500, you got to do 175 a day. And if you've got $10,000 and you need to make 175 a day to justify your existence over your losses, remember 175 a day over losses. Now you've got to really be careful. You're a short-term trader. You might be a very short-term trader. So you're a momentum chaser. You're looking for momentum. You're looking for action. You're looking for a stock that does this, is a wave stock. You're looking to catch waves and get in and out, nimble. You might have to buy with stop loss orders right away, just underneath the buy price. So if you get into a stock at $10.50, you might have stop losses at $10.35. If you're wrong, you're instantly wrong. You're instantly out. Whereas on the other side, you get into something at $10.50 and it goes to $10.75, and you've got you're up a quarter on 1,000 shares. You're up $250. Well, you might say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to sell this. I'm going to take my $250 on 1,000 or whatever number of shares you have. I'm going to take my $250 and I'm not going to trade anymore today. I need to make 175 a day to justify my so-called salary. On the other hand, it's awful hard not to keep trading when you had a win. You just want to keep on going. That's the addictive nature of day trading, and that's what gets a lot of day traders into trouble. But if you buy a stock at 1050 and it goes to 1075, you put in the 1065 stop loss, and it doesn't go down there. It goes to 1090. You move your stop loss to 1075. It doesn't go down there. It goes to 1110. You move it up to 1095, and then the stock does waver and brushes 1095, and you're out. Well, you were in at 1050. You're out at 1095. How many shares did you have? How much money did you make? Hopefully, you're a happy guy. But if you're trading Apple at $127 a share, 125 a share, whatever the price is, you're trading that kind of a stock, and you've got $10,000. You're not going to be buying a lot of stock with $10,000. You're one stock, one share, 120 something a share. You're dealing with maybe 70, 80 at a time. However, let me take a look at Apple just to kind of get my head straight here on the price of the stock. Here we are. 126 was the close. So you're in at 126 on Apple, let's suppose, sometime tomorrow morning. And you have 80 shares, $10,000 worth. You need to make $175 a day in net profit to justify being a day trader for a monthly salary of $3,500. So you buy at 126 and you've got a 125.75 sellout stop loss order. Just if you're wrong now. You're not wrong $2 from now. You're wrong immediately. You want to know, is this a wave going the right direction, or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, get me out, and I'll wait for the stock to bottom out, and then I'll get in again with a stop loss just behind it. I want to catch that up wave and keep the wave running, and I'll move my stop losses up behind the wave, and hopefully I can cash in. If you cash in $1, you make $80. You cash in $2, $160. But if you've already lost $100 or $60 on the first move, you got to make $235 to get your 175. So you run the wave as far as the wave gives you a wave, but when it backs off, your stop loss kicks in and you're out. You might have to do that several times a day, and you might be wrong. Like you might do 10 trades in a day, and you make, at the end of the day, you clear $250. Net, you clear $250. But you lost 4 times, 6 times, 5 times, and you won 4 or 5 times. And the winners were double or triple the losses, but they had to be offset. The loss had to be offset with wins. So you might make $150 on the first trade, lose 75 on the second trade, lose 35 on the next trade, make $80 on the next trade, and you're just keeping score. Where am I? And eventually you have a score where you do make a little bit of a run, and you get out and you realize, hey, I've made $250 for the day. There's 2 hours left in the trading day. I'm taking the rest of the day off. I'm cashing in my $250. There it is. I'm $250 towards the goal of my monthly nut, what I want to generate. A lot of day traders play that way, but very few are very successful. It takes an awful lot of dedication, and really have to pay attention to the market. All right. Drew, I love this stream. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Drew, for the kind words. Let's see here. There's people asking me about different SPACs. What else have we got here? How's GME doing? How is it going? GameStop right now. Aftermarket. It is, here we are. GameStop, 47.20, up $1.20 in the aftermarket. Okay. And thoughts on the upcoming market correction. Talked about that a million times. I'm going to sue Uncle Bruce. Bruce, can you get him to open the border so we can go up on our annual Ontario fishing trip? Yeah, I wish I could do that. Bruce, you have no wrinkles. Really, no wrinkles. Well, I got this flap down here that's getting bigger all the time, and I don't know. There's some mornings I wake up and it doesn't look pretty. Oh man, they sold off Napster and have some new apps in the news, I guess, says M Ford, talking about that stock I was talking about. Was it Real? I already forgot the name of the thing. The one I was just talking about a few minutes ago. Juan is saying, Bruce, have you taken a look at Aqua Metals? They are rated as a strong buy by Zacks, but it's been on a tumble since the last few days. Chance to buy low, thanks. Metals, I avoid metals. I just don't trade metals. No opinion. No experience either. I really can't help you there. Let's see. Here we go. Tech number one. I day traded NIO. Used a stop loss and I didn't get triggered. Use the Ameritrade app. Which app is the best? I don't know which is the best, but if it works, it works. Real Networks, that was it. Face recognition app called SAFR. That's what the big deal is. That's why the stock is doing so well. Okay, very good. Let's see. I remember when this chat was fast and as a waterfall. Oh, the comments. Oh my God, 13,000 people watching at the same time versus 1,040. There's a difference. There is a difference. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, I do. I have to admit though, when there's 13,000 people watching and the donations are coming in faster than you can read the donations, I kind of like that. I have to say, as a YouTube creator, I have to admit that when the donations come in faster than you can acknowledge them, it's a good thing, especially on an 8-hour show. But I do know that I do understand that these are one-offs. Alrighty, I'm going to ask a question here, a noob question. What exactly is after hours trading? Is this actual market trading, or it's like reservations for purchases? No, there really is trading in the aftermarket. Let me see if I can show you something here. Anyone can do this. You can go online. You can go to a website called Market Watch. You see this right here? It says Market Watch. It's just marketwatch.com. It's all one word. And you can go there and you can look at something like this. This is, see if I can get this up here. I'm going to try to center this on my screen here so you can see it. All right, this is GameStop, okay? All right, let me see if I get I don't want my lamp to be shining on you like that. And Derek, I'm going to remove your comments so you can see this whole screen now. All right, here we go. This is GameStop on Market Watch, 48.12 last trade right now live. And what you see here is this shaded area over here. See that shaded area? That's aftermarket trading. The line right there is where the market closed at. Right there, that line. That's where the market closed at what is it, 4 o'clock Eastern. And now we're trading in the aftermarket here. Oh gosh, you see the problem with I touch my screen, it does all this stupid stuff. I'm trying to stop it. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, here we go. So here it is over here trading in the aftermarket right here at 48.15. It will trade until 8 p.m. Eastern time, right there. There it says 8 p.m. right there, Eastern time. So it's a 4-hour market afterwards. Some brokerage firms will allow you to trade stock in the aftermarket. Many will not. It all depends on who you deal with. You're going to have to do Google searches to find out which firms allow you to aftermarket trade and what the conditions are to trade aftermarket. There's also pre-market trading, but I don't show that here today. But in the morning, when you come in, when you open up the thing before the market opens, there will be a little window here in pre-market trading. And that is usually 4 hours as well, if I recall. And when I'm up at 4 in the morning, my time, that's 6 in the morning Eastern time, pre-market trading is already going 2 hours. Starts at 2 a.m. my time, 4 in the morning. Is that right? 4 in the morning New York time, 8 in the morning or 8:30 is when the market opens in New York, and closes at 4 in the afternoon and trades until 8 in the evening. So as of this moment, GameStop is trading in the aftermarket, and it is up on the session from the close. So it is ahead of the close of New York. Hang on, folks. I'm just gonna fix this up here. There we go. All right, GameStop. I had to get it back. 48.11 now is the last trade on the aftermarket. I'm assuming that's accurate. This is just on marketwatch.com. It's a free service that you can use for any stock. And you can watch how the markets trade. You can see the volumes. You'll get other information like how many shares are outstanding, how many are shorted, market cap, all that stuff. Lots to read here. You can also read the financials. You can see SEC filings. You can go to the Market Watch homepage and see headlines, all that kind of stuff. And at the very top of the page, they have the market, the indices. And I usually quote most of my stuff to you guys, just reading it off of here live. And then I try to interpret it for you to see what's going on. KLYN Jr., Uncle Bruce, the premiums you received from selling a call option will go towards lowering your average cost for the stock, right? Not extra money for your account. Thanks. No, it's money into your account. So if you own 100 shares of GameStop and now you write a contract against the stock for, say, let's say you write a 1 month contract. The stock's at 48 right now. Let's say you were writing tomorrow a $50 call that's good for a month. I'm not sure how much you'd get, but let's just say you're getting $5 a share premium. Let's just use that as a rough number. That's $5 per share. A contract is 100 shares. So that's $500 into your account. You have 500 American dollars sitting in your brokerage account, and you can do whatever you want with it, except you have to allow your shares to be taken away from you at $50 a share if they go up in price and the buyer of that contract exercises the right to buy the shares from you at 50. They're only going to take it off you at 50 if it's trading at 55 or 60 on the open market. If it's trading at $44, they're not going to buy it off of you at 50. You get to keep your stock and the $500 from the option premium. You can do whatever you want with that money if you want. You can buy more GameStop if you want. You can just take the money out, spend it. You can do whatever you like. Buy another stock, it doesn't matter. Now, if you write a call contract at $5 and the stock right now is 48, and it has a month to go, the contract has a month left to live before it expires. If tomorrow afternoon, after you write this contract and you got your money, if in the afternoon the stock goes down to $43, just for like a minute or 2 or 3 or 5 minutes, it's down to 43. That contract you sold for $5 isn't going to be trading at $5. That value of the contract will be down because the stock went down. The stock went down $5 a share from 48 to 43, just an example. The contract might go down to $3, $2.75. And theoretically, you could buy that contract back. You only need to buy one call contract back. And if you buy it at $2.75, you got $5 when you sold it. Now you're only paying $2.75 to get it back. And now there's no contract outstanding on your stock. The $225 left over, it's your profit. You made a profit of $225, even though your stock went down in price. Of course, your shares went down $5 in value. You're down $500 on 100 shares that you own, but you're a long-term holder anyway. But in the afternoon, if the shares go back up again, back to $47, even $48, you could turn around and say, I'm going to write the option again because I can get $4.75 to $5 for that contract. That contract went back up in value as the stock went back up in value. Now you sell the contract all over again, another 1 month contract with a $50 exercise price. You bring in $500 cash. You got your $225 already. Now you get $500 more. You got $725 in cash sitting in your account, and you're offering your stock to someone else for $50 a share for a month. And you're just going to watch the stock in the meantime to see what it does, and that'll tell you what to do. So if the shares stay under 50, those contracts will lose money every day. They'll get less valuable every day because they have one less day to live every day that goes by. As long as the shares stay under $50 a share, they're eventually going to be worthless. So you can decide next week, hey, the shares are 46, 47, 48. These contracts are trading at $3 because they've lost a week of time. They're $4 out of the money with the stock at 46. You might buy them back. And again, you paid $3 to get them. You've got $5 to sell them. So you made $200 on this one. You made $225 on this contract. You made $425 on your stock. And it's in the same neighborhood you were at 2 weeks ago. That's how you can get paid to hold your investment. Option writing strategies. The clock is your friend. You're the casino. The gamblers are the ones buying your contract from you. All right? Just a few insights on option trading. Let's see. I don't know. Diamond was a bad day on NASDAQ, but was an up day on New York. GameStop and AMC went up and everybody else went down. What are you going to do? Happens. Let's see. Any thoughts on the Texas situation? It's a mess. It's a mess. I wonder how many show homes in the Dallas, Houston area were affected by this power outage, and their pipes froze in brand new show homes, and they've got leakage everywhere. How many people's homes had burst pipes? How many businesses? It's just a mess, an absolute nightmare. There are going to be all kinds of insurance scams. You're going to hear about all kinds of contractor scams. Oh, just wait for it. It's going to be nuts. Going to be nuts. Did you know Ted Cruz is from Canada? I know that. We in Canada are very aware that he was born in Calgary. We're not all that proud of it. We don't brag about it. We're kind of glad you got him. You can keep this guy. We don't want him back. No takebacks. Okay, we don't want him back. Uncle Bruce, RNWK is the leader in facial recognition software. They have government contracts. Napster sale is old news weeks ago. I bought it $1.50. Way to go. Well done. Maybe it'll go even higher tomorrow. Well done. It'll be interesting to see how the market takes to all the news that it's generating. Fantastic. Well done. Ben, thank you for this donation as well. Bruce, you're the man. Thank you for all your knowledge. Thank you guys for all of that. Any of you out there who are interested in having a one-on-one consultation with myself privately, I can set that up through this channel. I do a private show just for you and I'll put you on the camera, and you'll be on one half of the screen and I'll be on the other half of the screen, and we can meet privately, and I can go over your whatever you want me to know. You got a portfolio and you want my advice. You want some suggestions on what you should be doing or not doing, or you're not happy with the investments you have. You really want to determine whether or not you're getting the right kind of advice from your advisor. I'd be happy to do that for you. I do charge $400 US an hour for my time, but you'll get my undivided attention for a full hour. And just send me an email to my Bruce Frommert at Hotmail email address right there, and let me know you want to do a one-on-one. And Saturdays and Sundays are the days that I do most of these. I do about 2 each day, if that's how many people want to do this. But if you'd like to have a private consultation, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. All righty, let's move on. We got some more comments coming in here. Let me just double check here. From T. Brucey, you missed my chat above. Your negligent plumbing instructions have flooded my kitchen and emasculated me further in front of my wife and her boyfriend. Well, I'm sorry. I did the best I could. I'm not a plumber. I never said I was. Thanks, Bruce, for your thorough explanation. You taught me so much for the 2 weeks. Love hearing from a veteran. Fantastic. I'm glad it's helping you guys. Way to go. All righty. Hi, Bruce. What is the Vanguard ETF you recommended earlier again, real quick? SMH is the symbol. SMH. Now I'm going to double check that. Yeah, SMH. Yeah. That is the chip ETF. I do like it. If you want to get into it, you want to follow the chips because of the shortage, and you want to be involved in 60 different companies, there you go. Pick up that one and see what you can do. GameStop is now $46. It's come down a couple of bucks the last little while, and that's what happens in the aftermarkets too. Shares, you get a seller who wants to dump a bunch of stock, it can drop quickly. You get somebody who wants to buy a bunch of stock, it can go up quickly. And the GameStop shares and any other stock in the aftermarket, it's very thinly traded, not like on the New York floor where you've got spreads of only 1 or 2 pennies a share. You can have here a 50-cent difference between bid and ask, even $1. And you put in a market buy or a market sell, you have no idea what you're going to get. So be careful. Only limit orders if at all possible. 47.21 now. It was $46 just a second ago. So it's jumping around. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Plumbers don't wear ties. TD Ameritrade, 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. In the pre-market, 4 until 8 p.m. in the aftermarket. There you go. There's a firm that you might want to look up to. 47.36 on GameStop, going back up again. Let's see, Bruce, your thoughts on holding Disney long term like GameStop for when COVID is over? I am not a fan of Disney stock where it is right now. I would be a fan of Disney at $90 a share, but not $190 a share. So there's no way I would want to be into this stock now with the COVID ending. No way. I'm not interested. I want to get into a stock that is much lower than its all-time high, that is profitable right now. It can only get better. I'd rather be in that kind of a scenario. So IBM would be a solid company to buy, getting a 5.5% yield on your dividend, trading at 19 times earnings, new management with the cloud computing as their future. I'd be in IBM, absolutely, not Disney, no way. Just my personal, wow, plumbers don't wear ties. That's a deep reference. Commercial real estate stocks. Any opinion? Nope, no opinion on commercial real estate. I'm not a fan of commercial real estate right now. Not really. What do you think about Roblox? Don't know anything about it. Can't help you there. Let's see. There's something wrong with MarketWatch tracking. It's not bouncing to 46 like that. Yeah, I know, Vince. It's a website. There's no guarantees that it's dead on accurate. But for a quick glimpse and to kind of get an idea, there you go. I also watch GameStop on my Yahoo trading app on my iPhone. It's showing 47.01 in the aftermarket. MarketWatch showing 46.82. So it's an indication. It's a range. It's close. It's about. That's all I can say. Let's go. How are we doing for time? 14 minutes to go in the day here, and we got to shut this show down. Guys, thank you, everybody. Thank you for smashing the like button. You want to be my best man at my wedding? No, I'm not. I don't like wearing tuxedos anymore. After being the James Bond type of guy I was during my brokerage career, I've kind of, I've been there and done that, Congratulations. Anyway, after the merger, where do you think VGAC is going? I don't know. I would think towards 30 is where I would be thinking. But then beyond that, it could go much higher. I'm waiting to hear a lot of news from these guys, and I think I will. 950 million reasons why the stock is going higher after the merger. They are going to be well funded with cash, and I think there's going to be some upside there. Okay, should you sell SPAC right before they merge, or will your investment carry over? I would carry over. If you can, if you're up beautifully, great, and you've got a flip, great. But if you're in at 15 and it's trading at 20 and the merger is happening next week, sit around for the show because you're about to be inundated with a whole bunch of news. And let's see what happens now. Because Richard Branson for Virgin Group, he's going to be promoting the bejesus out of that 23andMe stock. Big time. Global promoter. Global. He's not popular in Baltimore. He's popular worldwide, and he's got a mean machine behind him. I think there's going to be a lot of awareness. Right now, this company is silent. There's nothing coming out of there. They're total quiet. Wait until the merger and hang on to your hat. Could be a lot of fun. Okay. Well, how do you define penny stocks? Well, if they're trading on NASDAQ or if they're trading on pink sheets or the OTC markets, that's a penny stock neighborhood. And I don't go there. I just don't go there. Let's see. $7 or more on AMC now in the aftermarket, someone is saying. Let's take a look at AMC. It's trading at 710. 710 on the aftermarket. How about that? Way to go, AMC. Matt's, what's up, Bruce? How you doing, Matt? And what's the advantage of a SPAC versus a standard IPO for normal people? Well, all I'm getting at with that is an IPO, by the time you get a shot at stock that's gone through the IPO process, you're the last guy buying paper in a long chain of investors, and you're the one paying the most. Frankly, that's the bottom line. And this Bumble deal that went public a couple of weeks ago, the female online dating app thing, it underwrote at 43. They did the IPO at 43. They did private financings at 20, at 10, but at 43 they did the IPO. The first trade on the open market, $76. That's where you were invited to the party. Well, thanks a lot. It's trading at 71 now, or whatever the heck it is. No, thank you. With a SPAC, it has to go public at $10 a share to issue any meaningful stock. These $300 million pots of money, $400 million, $500 million, $700 million pots of money are raised at $10 a unit, which is stock and a partial warrant, but it's $10 a share. These pipe financings, these secondary financings that are done when the mergers are announced, those are done at $10 a share. So if you can buy a SPAC at 15 or less, I don't think you're overpaying dramatically for this deal, because the minute the merger is finished and consummated, the stock is listed, the name change is done, trades under the new symbol. This new company is sitting here with 500 million, 800 million, whatever, in fresh capital, plus an existing business that's been out there for years. You don't have to guess how they're going to do sales-wise. You have to guess, how are they going to evolve from here? Because this existing company just got a ton of cash to take it to a new level, and you're in at 12, 15 bucks. I think that's a fair deal rather than buying at 76 bucks on the dating app. That's the difference. I think that's where retail investors are getting a better deal. That's my opinion. I'm looking forward to seeing these pictures, Bruce. What pictures are we talking about? I don't know what photos are you referring to? I have no idea. Anyway, thank you. What's better, Wall Street 1 or Wall Street 2? They were both unique, but I saw number 1 a few times over the years, but I think I've only seen the second one once. Maybe that's telling you something. I don't know. What else is going on here? I only trade Chuck E. Cheese stock tokens. There you go. Oh my. Yeah, well, here you go. Antoinette, you're right. If I had 25 million invested in the company, there would be a sign on my front lawn, buy VGAC. You bet. You watch Branson and his crew. The Branson SPAC partners, all of them are going to become very wealthy or wealthier with this deal. They're not going to remain silent. As soon as they're allowed to talk, they're going to talk, and they're going to promote like you cannot believe. You're going to hear so much about 23andMe. You're going to go, wow, these guys are talking. It's not going to keep the stock at 12, 15 bucks a share. I can tell you that. That's not going to happen. They're not putting 25 million of their own money, Branson and the gal who created the company, they're not putting 25 of their own money each in at 10 because it's going to go to 15. That's not what they're here for. They're thinking way down the road from where we are. I mean, way down the road. I'm a happy guy. If you guys can score a $25, $30, $35 deal, I'm a happy guy. You've made money. I'm happy for you. They're not even interested in that. No. They see what other companies are doing when they're on a roll. These guys are looking for a much larger handle. Hundreds of dollars a share, I would guess, is what's in their future. They're just not interested in a $5 or $10 move. They're rich already. They don't need another $5 on a stock. No, that's not going to go. All right. Let's see. Are you worried about inflation and a crash? No, I am not. Not at all. Bruce, this market is trading just like gambling. Is it really? That's interesting. 900. Is that 900 thumbs ups? Do we have 900 thumbs ups now? We have 908 thumbs ups. Guys, we need 92 thumbs ups, 91 thumbs ups to get me to 1,000 thumbs ups. I'm asking you, come through for me. Anybody out there that hasn't thrown a thumbs up on this show, Hit that thing right now and get us over 1,000. We got to break 1,000. It's just so important to get a 4-digit handle there. 927, they're coming in, guys. Keep them coming. Hammer that thumbs up button. 949, we're 51 away. You guys are awesome. I ask and you deliver. I love you guys. 31 to go, 969. Let's get 1,000 thumbs ups on that show. 979, 21 left to get. Hit that thumbs up right now. 990, 10 to go. We're there, baby. Make it happen. 10, 4 to go. 4 more thumbs ups. And we have 1,000. Here we go. There it is right there. Thank you, everybody. You guys are incredible. Just love you guys. Thank you for that. That really helps this channel. 1,000 thumbs ups looks a lot better than 994. Fantastic. The more, the merrier. And if you're watching on rerun, hit that thumbs up button. Don't be lazy. Hit it right there as well. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow, when the short data gets released and people see how Melvin increased their short positions? Well, we're going to find out. It's going to be the talk of the town. We'll see what the short positions are really like. I can tell you there will be all kinds of articles written about the new short reports coming out. That'll be fun reading for us. Later this week and into next week. I will be watching that closely too. Absolutely. Let's see what else is going on. Your broker photos. You want to see my broker photos? Oh my gosh. Those were, I don't know if there's many photos of me as a broker. I know there was one. There was one good one. I had a professional photographer in my office once who wrote up something about our company, and they had me at the desk and holding a phone. You know, it was all pretend. But I had my jacket on, you know, looked all official, asking, why am I doing this? What can I say? Hey, Bruce, are Saturdays a good day for one-on-ones? Thank you, sir. Yep, Saturdays or Sundays are great days to do one-on-one. If you want to have a one-on-one get-together, just send me a private email. Let me know what timing works for each day, and I'll try to fit you in, schedule you in. First come, first serve. I can only talk to one person at a time, and I usually like to do 1 or 2 in the morning and maybe 1 in the afternoon. I did 3 yesterday. That was a bit much, but I got 3 done yesterday. But I don't mind doing two in a day. That's all right. It gives me time to prepare, and if there's anything you want me to look at before we get together, you can send me an email with attachments, and I can review your portfolio, and then got a kind of a running head start when we get together. Up to you. Otherwise, you know, if you'd like to just hang out and chat for an hour and get my overview or help you figure out where you're headed next, I'm happy to try and do that for you. Anyway, thank you. Adrianus, thanks for the explanation. I've learned more about investing from you than I learned from the economy lessons in school. Right on. Bruce, what happened to AMC in the last 90 minutes? What the heck is going on, Bruce, with AMC? What's at 710? It's up 55 cents in the aftermarket. It was up 85 cents in the market. It took off around, what was that time? Around 2:41 in the afternoon, it popped. One person said to me that they had heard that some of the New York theaters were opening up, and that created a stir. I don't know. AMC and GameStop behavior today while the rest of the market is crashing partially confirms short squeeze theories for me. What are your thoughts? Brandon is asking. Well, both of them went up today. That's for darn sure. It was interesting to see, but I don't know if it had to do anything with short selling, but I'm happy to see GameStop go up, $47.19 in the aftermarket now, up $1.19. It was up $5.41 during the day. So both shares have had an okay day today. Let's hope it just keeps on happening more tomorrow. Financial Times would love your perspective on the AMC rally right now. You just heard it. I'm just telling you what I know. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Hi, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. I averaged down to 715 on AMC today. Feels good to be evenish. Is it possible for a trip back to 5? Well, anything is possible, Joey, but you get enough volume and enough momentum on a stock like AMC. Most people don't know what happened to AMC today. I mean, a lot of investors, unless they watch their machine all the time, their phones, they don't know. So overnight, they're going to go, oh my God, what's going on? And then tomorrow morning with this close, this aftermarket move and maybe a pre-market move, there could be some real momentum and take it into this, 8 or 9 range. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but maybe it could. that takes you to a new level. You might want to take an exit strategy and enjoy a profit in that $9 neighborhood, and then sit on the sidelines and see what happens next. And if it backs off, then reposition yourself and try again. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Fantastic stuff. We'll see what happens. I got less than a minute to go, and I got to say goodbye. Guys, thank you for being here today. We hit 1,000 thumbs ups on the thumbs ups, and I appreciate all of you for that. That is absolutely beautiful. And thank you for hanging out with me today for 3 hours this morning and 2 hours here. Ryan Cohen started following Elon Musk today. There's reason to believe Chalmouth is the $13 million buyer from earlier, speculative, but it's better than nothing. Boy, wouldn't that be interesting if Elon, Cohen, Chalmouth were all kind of in cahoots, thinking long-term good thoughts for GameStop. I don't know. James, 3:30 p.m. AMC released March 5th, 13th, New York City theaters to open, and all theaters that open so far have not had one COVID case. Well, let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. We'll see what's going on. Everyone's thanking me for everything. I thank all of you for everything. Thank you for these donations you made to me today. Thank you for all these great comments. And anything you're hearing about, you're letting me on it. I appreciate that. Thank you for tolerating some trolls earlier today. We had them. What can we do? It is what it is. We are battling through the trolls. Thank you. Also, I had a donation made today on my PayPal account. Thank you for that. Appreciate that very much. And if any of you are looking at for a private consultation, let me know. I've got a couple of comments coming in already for that. So fantastic. We'll set up some private consultations for Saturday and Sunday this week and go from there. Fantastic, guys. Have a great evening. I'm going to be live twice more tonight, but over on Traveling with Bruce on this channel right here. I'm going to do my sponsor member show at 7 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to do my big live show at 8 o'clock tonight, Traveling with Bruce. You're all welcome to join in. We're going to talk about cruise ships and traveling and just hanging out and shooting the breeze. You're more than welcome to pop in and say hi to us if you like. Trolls, not welcome. There it is, guys. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for everything, and have a pleasant evening. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't get sick on me. I need you around tomorrow so you can make lots more money, and we'll see where the markets take us, and let's see what happens with AMC, GameStop, and all these SPACs. We got stuff to watch. Things are going on. All right, that's it from me. We'll talk at you later on, guys. Thank you again. See you later.